Hello, I'm Tylah Tully. Today I'm joined by DY6 Metals technical consultant Cliff Fitzhenry. Cliff, you're here as DY6's new technical consultant to oversee exploration of two freshly acquired rutile and heavy mineral sands projects. Can you start by telling us what it was about these projects that drew you to the company?
Yeah, thanks very much, Tyler. So these two heavy mineral sands projects are in Cameroon. We see them as being a very prospective land package. Very large land package, about 5,000 kilometers squared, very prospective. We see it's a very strategic land holding and what we view as a frontier emerging region for heavy mineral sands deposits in Cameroon. There's two projects. It's the Douala Basin project, which is at the coast. We'll be targeting your classic paleoplacer coastline dune HMS deposits. And then it's the central project, which is inland. On the Douala Basin project, we've got 6 tenements. The French multinational group Eramet carried out exploration on one of the tenements. They did a bunch of exploration work, drilled a number of hand auger holes as well as sonic drill holes. They've got quite a number of good intercepts, 10 meters at 5% total heavy minerals, 12 meters at 4.7% and 18 meters at 3.7%, which are all very encouraging. And while they're very encouraging, we actually think there's a number of other very good targets which haven't been drilled yet. In terms of the central project, this project will be targeting your in situ residual saprolite hosted natural rutile deposits. So I was part of the in-country team for Sovereign Metals in Malawi, and we were credited with making the tier 1 Cassia rutile deposits discovery. And what I see in Cameroon is actually very similar to what we had in Malawi. So it's the right ingredients for these type of deposits, which is the high-grade metamorphic source rock, which is the source of the rutile, as well as deep in situ weathering profile. And we've got those two ingredients in Cameroon. So yeah, we're very excited about getting started on the ground in Cameroon.
So what's the demand like for these commodities and what experience do you have in the exploration sector?
Yeah, so heavy mineral sands deposits are the primary source for titanium feedstocks. They have a very strong demand at the moment, and that's driven by your two end user groups, which is titanium dioxide, which is found in pigments and plastics, as well as titanium metal, and both those sectors are experiencing very strong demand. Conversely, on the supply side, you've got a number of constraints. You've got aging projects and operations, dwindling grades as a number of these operations come to the end of their mine lives. And then just a general lack of new discoveries. Cassia was one of the first major mineral sands discoveries in a number of decades. So yeah, putting those two together, we see a strong outlook for the sector. And it's important to note as well that natural rutile is the purest form of titanium feedstock, and it's the cleanest, lowest carbon emitting form of titanium feedstock. So it does demand a premium price. In terms of my experience, I've got quite a bit of experience on different African heavy mineral sands projects. I worked for Rio Tinto at the Richards Bay Minerals operation in South Africa. I was the project geologist at the Lake Chilwa Heavy Mineral Sands project in Malawi, which is currently under study by Chilwa Minerals. We delivered the maiden resource there. And as mentioned, I worked for Sovereign Metals in Malawi.
So how do you see these projects complementing the assets already in your portfolio?
Yeah, so DY6 is very much an African-focused critical metals junior exploration company. We do have an existing portfolio in Malawi of critical minerals projects. These are prospective for rare earth elements and critical minerals such as gallium, lithium, and copper. We've got the Machinga heavy rare earths project, as well as the Tundulu heavy rare earths / phosphate project in Malawi. So we see this acquisition as being very complementary to that portfolio. And it also allows us to leverage off our existing African infrastructure as well as our African technical team.
So what's the plan of attack from here?
So very much boots on the ground over the next few weeks. We want to get a quick runs on the boards in Cameroon. We're busy planning our first phase work programs on both the projects. So we'll probably start off with regional soil sampling at the central tenements to confirm rutile in the saprolite material on the tenements, as well as targeted hand auger drilling at the Douala Basin project. So, and we see those projects running concurrently. We're using a very experienced local consulting group. You've done previous mineral sands exploration before. So we're looking for a fast start, and I think over the next few months we'll see a number of good results coming out of Cameroon. And important to note that DY6 is fully funded for the next 12 months for exploration in Malawi and in Cameroon.
Well, Cliff, it's been great to have you on. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks very much, Tylah.